Conflict. One to another person when they have any kind of negativity, or if you done knowingly or unknowingly something wrong with the others, or unfortunately you are not at all noticed that by because of miscommunication, if any misunderstanding was happened between two individuals will be called as a conflict. This miscommunication we need to be solved then and there. If it is not solved, then the next level will be called as a conflict. So in the conflict stage, what will happen is between the people will have misunderstanding. So when they have misunderstanding, we need to call the people. We have to call for the counseling. In the counseling, we should have a discussion on that. These are the problems of the people. So why this misunderstanding was happened? Why this miscommunication was happened? We need to sit face to face and we should have a discussion so that 90% problems will be solved, and then you can able to see by the better environment. When you are going for the job, because after completion of MBA, we all should go for the jobs only. So when you go for the job, misunderstanding and conflicts happen between the colleagues is very, very common thing. How you will drink the water, same like that, there is a cause of misunderstanding or by the conflicts. But the problem is you should not be keep quiet. Whenever the misunderstanding or conflicts are happen, immediately you have to talk to the people. You need to be informed with them. Just a minute. As we know that conflicts are happen between the colleagues is very, very natural, but we should not be keep quiet. We have to call the people why this thing was happening. When you are talking with the people, 90% the issues will be solved. But in organization, we can able to find out different kinds of personalities. Somebody will watch, somebody will enjoy, somebody will take as a responsibility, they will come forward and they will try to solve the issues. If in case any kind of negativity if they found, whoever is taking that initiatives and they will be called as a leaders. Mostly in organizations, whenever the conflicts are happen, who will take the initiative? Any cases between employee to employee having any kind of problems or any kind of issues, first whoever will be involved. Okay, mostly by the employees or the worker representatives will be talked to. The first important person is a HR or personal manager, whoever the representatives of the employees. Because when they are sitting and talking with those people, they will be understanding that this is the problem. So what is the duty of the HR? Not only to counting the employees, but also that Whenever they have any kind of misunderstanding or problems, he need to be solved. That is why HR will all the time will keep three important sentences in his department. When you are coming for the work, keep smile. So smile will give you that double, triple time of the energy for to do the work more effectively. When you are with a smiley face, that is a symptom of that you don't have any kind of conflict or misunderstanding with anybody else. Second thing, giving and sharing of the work. So once you are giving and sharing of the work with the others means ultimately what will happen is you will be learn the work at the same time you will be guiding the other peoples also to be work. Once you are busy with your work, there is no chance of creation of the conflicts or by the misunderstandings. This is also one of the strategy which can be followed by the HR manager. Third one, unity is strength. If unanimously, if you are decided we have to do for at any cost, then the entire organization will be having the strength. Now we are seeing last 3-4 days Taliban's at the Afghanistan. Taliban means in English they are mentioned like a student power. So there is a unity between them for capturing of the whole country. Now they want to be ruled. Now of course the negotiations and everything is going on, but anyway, the unity will be another kind of strength. Once you are having a unity, even is scolding you or if they are blaming you anything, you won't be take anything as a serious because they are your friends, they are your colleagues, and every day morning you are going with a canteen with them only. So these are the direct or indirect points where you can able to control the miscommunication between the employees. Once you started to share your work knowledge with the other people, directly the company or the team or groups will be having the growth. So conflict, which is defined as another party has negatively affected. If nobody is negatively affected, there is no problem of the conflict because of we are smiling, we are sharing the work, we are having the unity of strength. But the problem is this will not be happen all the organizations. Five fingers will not be equal. All the employees will not have same kind of attitude. Employees will have their own attitude and they will be saying like, how come I will be equal to my subordinates? I will definitely show that what I am. So that ultimately what will happen, that will be creating that you are the superior than somebody. So this is also a kind of pressure will be faced by the subordinates because he is lower than you. You will be torturing them, or frequently you are buzzer. You are pressing the buzzer and giving lot of work to him. So ultimately he will be in frustration. Or somebody was scolded you, so definitely you will be scolding with your lower level employees. So many reasons will be creating misunderstandings or conflicts at the organizations. Sometimes what will happen, the employees will be giving the targets to the each and everyone. Once the employees or the supervisor shared the goals to each and everyone, if in case you are unable to meet the goals, incompatibility, then definitely he will scold you. So if he scold you 1 or 2 times, then ultimately what will happen? What will happen is you will be getting angry at him. Whatever the work is assigning to you, you will simply abscond. You won't take it anything by seriously. Differences over interpretation of data. So whatever the information passed by somebody else to us, we won't take it as a seriously. And moreover, information was sending in one way, but finally the communication was reaching to the correct people in a wrong way. So once the communication was meeting the correct person in the wrong way means, then definitely again boss will get angry. Then again he will start to scold one by everyone. So interpretation of facts, when you find any kind of differences, then there is a problem of creation of the conflict. Behavioral expectations. I already told you, each and every employee, even they are in the same cadre or in by the different cadre, their body language, their mindset, their attitudes are going to be different. Once which is going to be differ, then definitely there is a problem of creation of the misunderstanding. So definitely people will be taking this as an advantage to create that I'm not comfortable with him and I don't want to work with him. So can you just shift me or transfer to me in some other organization? They will start to negotiate. Now here I'm going to share with you a 4 minutes AV. So in this AV, what will happen is one lady boss, and as well as in the video also you can able to find out a gentleman. So the lady boss or the colleague was trying to explain about the concept. At the same time, the gentleman also he is trying to give his inputs. So it can be do something different, or we can able to add it this thing. And this girl was getting an angry, and she will be going out. So if it is happened between them, some sort of issues, but these two people were shouting or having a discussion in front of your superior, that means your boss, then what boss will think? They don't know anything, they don't have any kind of clarity, so that they are coming here and now they are started to argue one to another. Now this is the staff I'm having, so this kind of feelings will generally having by the people. Now we'll see that AV.
Morning, Brad.
Morning, Mayuki. Morning.
Then he approaches the center of the stage and takes a bow.
No. I've got it. I've got it. He engages our viewers. It'll be a much better conclusion.
But we've already agreed on the storyline. You can't make such a radical change this late in the schedule.
What's the big deal, Anita? It's a much better ending. Look, you put the actors in costume, you know, especially the scene with the swords, and then you break down the fourth wall. You make the narrator speak directly to the camera at the end. It'll be a better ending.
Wait.
Don't you think?
Wait. I can't keep working like this. It's a waste of time. Since you're apparently the only one with good ideas, why don't you just go ahead and just finish it yourself? I'm sorry.
Listen, Brad, it's just a 30-second spot for a local theater company. Shouldn't be that hard.
Sometimes you get a wake-up call when you least expect it. You're going about your business, living your life, and suddenly you realize that you need to make a change.
We're finished.
Hey, what are you doing with my machine?
We had a rush order.
So what? Now you trying to do my job?
Okay, he's assuming the worst. Not a good start.
I told him you'd get mad. Sales promised the customer it would ship today. I didn't know how long he'd be.
This guy, you go to lunch and now he's trying to do my job.
Right, you can always stop going to lunch, as if that would happen.
Stay out of it.
What, you miss all the fun?
If that's your idea of fun,
How you deal with conflict has a lot to do with temperament. For some people, it's like water off a duck's back. They don't take offense, and they don't engage. No engagement, no conflict. End of story.
this guy, you're slow, you're spineless, and you couldn't do my job in your dreams.
But others take it personally and get mad. If that's you, then controlling this defensive response is your most important first step.
Listen, no matter who does what, we have to get these rush orders done. If we don't get them done, Customers won't have them. We need the customers. We need the business.
Perfect. He appealed to their mutual self interest. They both need the company to succeed so they can keep their jobs.
But come on, man. Listen. How about you help me finish this? I'm having some trouble with it anyway. What do you say? I could use your help.
I really don't mind helping.
So in the first video, we have seen that the understanding between the woman and another gentleman. So when she is talking and when she is giving a storyline about the introduction and some other things, and this man was interfere and he is trying to give his inputs, but the boss was noticing each and every movement. But she got an angry and she went out. In the second video also, we have seen that the supervisor was explaining to him how to do this operation, how to managing this machine, and immediately he got an angry. I know very well I can able to do it, and he's sharing his views with the another co-worker, and he's also little bit explained about his inconvenience. But again, he's getting angry on him, and finally again they were talking together and emotionally they were trying to understand, and finally they were come up with that the quality is important. We are selling the products in the market. If in case anything adverse or negative feedback comes, that will be reflected in the whole the organization and especially for our department. So he's trying to go for the mutual consent of understanding.
Helping you.
As long as you don't have to be put out.
Contr-
I really don't mind helping you.
As long as you don't have to be put out.
Control your own emotions. It's not about being right. Self-righteousness is not a strength. Let it go. Move forward rather than dwell on the insult.
Paige, really, we need to work this out.
What is there to work out? Why should I rush back to filing records in the archives all afternoon while you play around on your computer?
Okay, I hear that you don't look forward to your afternoon responsibilities and that you think that my work on the city newsletter is much more fun.
Good technique. She put herself in the other person's shoes. She looked at the conflict from the other person's perspective.
Isn't really fair, is it?
Well, tell me about your work in the archives. What don't you like about it?
Look at this card.
Another good technique, active listening. It helps you maintain a relationship and keep communication open. Ask open-ended questions that require more than a yes or no answer, and then listen. Really listen. Don't interrupt and don't judge. The other person needs to feel like they have been heard.
Where it goes half the time, I have to ask everybody.
Yeah, I guess it can be difficult, all kind of different documents in no particular order.
Exactly.
So initially she said we'll work together, and then what we need to be work together, and then finally she conveyed the message like we'll work together and we'll share the work, and she's completely like a surrender to her, and she's trying to listen her words, and she's also accepted that yes, definitely we'll do it together. So this is a commonality where you can able to find out the organization. People will have these kind of attitudes, these kind of behaviors in everywhere. Now, in the second step, transitions in conflict thought, where in the traditional view of the conflicts are happened between the employees, what they have done is they will fought together. They will fight exactly at the workstation, and then and there they will resolve by the issues, and the next day onwards they won't be talk together. But the organization or the institution was established not the purpose of to fight together, and that is what indicating in this image. In the traditional days they will be fight because you are working in the institution, you are getting the salary. That means your services are paid services. When you are working sincerely at the organization, you have to be apply your body and soul, because they are paying money and they are getting your services. They want especially your services alone. They don't want your attitude. Organization or company is not a place to show your attitude. If you have an attitude, they will put another thing. They will put a slogan like, please leave your shoes, chappal, and your attitudes outside of the organization. That means they are giving importance for only for how you are doing the work, how you are completing the task. That is only important for them. Apart from that, nothing is so important to them. Now, in the traditional conflict also, they will be understanding what are the reasons for to fought between them. First one, again, same poor communication, lack of openness, failure response to the employee needs. What I am telling to you, you are not in a position to understand because already you thought something, you are prepared to do something. Lack of openness. I already told you the attitude problem or behavioral problem or some other psychological issues. So they cannot able to talk to the people by openly. That is why they have given a super technique in this earlier video. So earlier she's opened her mouth and she said few words and she got angry. And the third step onwards, what she has done is actively listening. Actively listening whatever she says, and later that she's agreed whatever you are saying. Okay, definitely we'll do it. So ultimately, what will happen? This will be creating a positive or a good relationship between them. So this is also one kind. But the problem is you need to keep away your ego. If this is happened, okay, fine. If not, then these conflicts will be continued by keep on. So that kind of openness to sharing the views and ideas to be required. Last one, failure to respond to the employee needs. Employees are requesting you or demanding you. These are the basic needs are to be required at the workstation. If you are failure to provide these kind of facilities, we cannot able to complete by the task. But management was saying like we have provided the all the facilities to you. But exactly whoever is operating, they will be only knowing that whether facilities are available or not. But after some time, whenever the inspection comes or somebody was giving a wrong feedback about your performance, by that time you will be getting an angry. I have given you several times a request about the changing of machinery or changing of whatever it is, but you have never done anything. Now you are blaming me. I have done the mistake. How far this is right? So like that, employees needs if you are unable to fulfill, then definitely they will get angry on you. Not only to angry on you, but also that they will tell to the people at the outside, don't join this company, and they were not at all giving any importance for the employees' needs and requirements, and they will give that huge targets to complete by the on time. How come? How it is possible to complete by the within span of time? So this is also another problem where we can able to find out that the employees are facing. Second one, transaction conflict that is continuing, human relations views of conflict. So what kind of relationship you are having with the people, and relatively also we are having a kind of conflict. Now, what I believe, what I trust, those things you are considering as not so important. Why he's trusting or why he's giving so much of importance for those things, those foolish things? So if you hurt that human trust or by the belief, then also there is a problem of creation of the misunderstandings, misrepresentations, conflicts also will be arriving. Everybody will have their own belief, their own kind of style of thinking. They can be do, they can done it. So you cannot able to hurt by the issues. That is why till the date in India, caste, religion issues are to be considered as a very, very sensitive things. If you hurt that, then ultimately there is a bigger dispute. They were killing together also. In that level, it will be more. So next one, interactionalist view of conflict. So in this point, what will happen? The belief, whatever the positive forces you are having, the group will be definitely will be achieving by the target. Everybody, they have to contribute their efficiency. Example, in a group we are having the 20 members. Out of 20 members, 8 members only actively participating for all the kind of group activities. Now they identified these 8 members are requested to the rest of 12 members, please participate in the group, so that now whatever the profit, whatever the turnover we are doing, definitely this is going to be like a double. So these kind of positive thoughts, when you are bringing to the notice of the other 12 members, they will have a kind of ego state. That means you are saying directly or indirectly, your 8 members only working. We 12 members are not even working for anything. So they will take it negatively and they will do bad for the entire team. This is also one kind of institution. I have read a story. They were saying like ant and as well as rat. So rat will be called as a employer, ant will be called as a employee. So ant is very, very happy every day. It will come to office. It will do that the entire work by perfectly with smiley face and very jolly environment. She's very the ant is very comfortable to come for the office. One day what happened? The rat got an idea. I have given complete liberty to the ant so that I'm getting output like 100%. If I appoint one supervisor, how it will work? So immediately rat appointed that one parrot. Now parrot is giving instructions to the ant. This you should not do. This is how you are supposed to do. So ultimately ant got an angry, but anyway superior said, so it is doing. So the ant capacity was come down from 100% to 90%. Because earlier the office environment is so comfortable to the ant, but now not like that. Then the supervisor parrot was thinking, the ant is not working properly. I would like to appoint another employee. Now I want to see the efficiency of the another employee. Now ant appointed, parrot appointed that another ant. But the problem is another and or by the new ant very lazy. It will come to the office by late. It won't be work properly. So ultimately what will happen? The lazy ant work also on the shoulders of the active ant. Now the efficiency freedom was gone out. Now the efficiency levels come down from 90% to 70%. So finally, the rat employer was thinking, new ant, supervisor, parrot also not working properly. I will appoint another vice president to monitor the work. So what I would like to tell you is, only one employee, that is ant, was a comfortable environment. It was working properly. Because of unnecessarily much more employees when you are appointed, ultimately what it was happened is the ant was demotivated. The work pressure is high. They are started to torture the working ant. In one moment, the ant was unable to continue and it is resigned the job. So when you are joined to the organization, definitely will have a positive forces of the work group and as well as absolutely by the negative forces of the work group. So what you supposed to do is to identify who is correct or by the active members, and those people you need to be appreciate, and negative things you need to be simply ignored. I request fourth integrated students, you can leave now. You can join our next hour class. Fourth integrated students, you can leave now. You can join our next hour class. Only second integrated students can be stay here. Okay, guys. Still, I'm seeing Sumi Chakravarti. Bharkavi. I request fourth integrated can leave now. Just a minute. Bharkavi M is not in our class, correct? Janita?
Yes, sir.
I will just read out. You just go with that, whether they are in our class or not.
Okay, sir.
Bharkavi. She is not in our class, right? Fourth
He's
integrated.
there.
Our student only.
No, sir.
Yeah, that is one. Fourth integrated student. Then Saran Kumar. Suganya is okay. 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 Finally, what happened? The aunt was resigned the job. This will happen everywhere at the organization. There is a misunderstanding, conflicts will be happen. Sometimes they will not recognize your work efficiency. Even you are working for the 5 6 years also, they won't be observed. The next slide, which is talking on functional versus dysfunctional conflict. So before that, I would like to share with you another 4 minutes AV, which is talking about. I hope you are aware about this resource person. His name is Madhu Bhaskaran. So he was all the time to compare the wife and husband relationship, and he will be giving an examples about workplace environment, what are the problems. So wife and husband, if they have any kind of problem, are they taking divorce? Very rare case only they are taking. But mostly what they will do, they will be compromise. So they themselves will compromise, or somebody will be entering in between and they are trying to compromise. Why other people are interfere? What is the importance of the living relation? So those points he will be very clearly specified.
நண்பர்களே வணக்கம். என்கிட்ட ஒருத்தர் கேட்டார், சார் எப்போவும் நானும் பொண்டாட்டியும் சண்டை போட்டுக்கிட்டே இருக்கோம், எப்படி எங்களுக்குள்ள ஒரு கருத்து வேறுபாடை மாற்ற முடியலையே அப்படின்னாரு. சார் ஒரு உண்மையை சொல்லுகிறேன்னு கேளுங்க. புருஷனும் பொண்டாட்டியும் இல்லைன்னா ஆஃபீஸில் வேறு 2 பேரும் சண்டை போட்டுக்கிட்டிங்கன்னா ஒரு சரியானவரும் ஒரு தப்பானவரும் தமிழ் சண்டை இல்லை, ஒரு சரியும் வேறொரு சரியும் தமிழ் தான் சண்டையே வருது. கருத்து வேற்றுமை வருவது ஒரு சரியும் ஒரு தவறும் தம்மில் அல்ல, ஒரு சரியும் வேறொரு சரியும் தான். நீங்க சொல்றது சரின்னு நீங்க நம்புறீங்க, உங்க பொண்டாட்டி சொல்றது சரின்னு அவங்க நம்புறாங்க. அதனாலதான் சார் சண்டையே வருது. அதனால சரியும் சரியும் சண்டை போட்டுக் கொள்கின்றன. அதனாலதான் கருத்து வேறுபாடு வருகிறது. குடும்பத்திலையும் வரும், எல்லாருக்கும் கருத்து வேறுபாடு வர்றதை கொஞ்சம் பாசிட்டிவா பார்க்கணும்னு நான் சொல்லுவேன். என்னன்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா, நீங்க ஏதாவது சொல்றீங்க, உங்க மனைவி அதுக்கு எதிராக சொல்றதுக்கு காரணம் அவங்களுக்கு அவங்களுடைய சிந்தனை இருக்கிறது, அவங்களுக்கு அவங்களுடைய ஒரு பர்சனாலிட்டி இருக்கிறதுனால தானே சார் உங்களோட கருத்து வேற்றுமை சொல்றாங்க. அவங்க ஒரு முட்டாளா இருந்தா நீங்க சொல்றதெல்லாம் ஆமா ஐயா ஆமா ஐயா ஆமா ஐயான்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருப்பாங்கல்ல. அப்ப ஆமா சாமி போடாததுக்கு காரணம் அவங்களுக்கு அவங்களுடைய புத்தி இருக்கு அப்படிங்கறது அந்த அர்த்தத்துல எடுங்கோ. அவங்கள ஒரு பர்சனாலிட்டி இருக்கவங்கள அக்செப்ட் பண்ணுங்க. நம்ம மனைவி ஒரு முட்டாள் அல்ல, நம்ம கணவன் ஒரு முட்டாள் அல்ல அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு தெளிவு இந்த கருத்து வேற்றுமை உண்டாவது அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்லுவேன். அப்ப இந்த கருத்து வேற்றுமை உண்டானதில் தப்பில்லை, ஆனால் அதை எப்படி டீல் பண்றது அப்படின்னு நிறைய பேருக்கு தெரியாது. அதனாலதான் சண்டை போட்டா பிரிஞ்சிடுறாங்க. அப்ப எப்படின்னு பார்த்துருவோமா? 2 குவாலிட்டி இருக்கான்னு பாருங்க. ஒண்ணு, உங்களுக்குள்ள கருத்து வேற்றுமை சண்டையெல்லாம் வர்றப்போ இப்ப என்ன நடந்ததோ அதை பற்றி மட்டும் பேசுங்க. இப்ப இந்த கருத்து வேற்றுமைக்கான காரணங்கள், அது ஏன் என்ன நடந்தது, என்ன பிரச்சனை, யார் பாதிக்கப்பட்டார் அப்படின்னு அங்கிட்டு கொண்டு சொல்லுங்க. அதுவும் தப்பு இல்லை. எப்ப நீங்க இதை விட்டுட்டு இந்த இறந்த காலத்தில் நடந்த வேற ஏதாவது ஒரு நிகழ்ச்சியை நீங்க கொண்டு வந்து சொன்னீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோ, அப்பதான் இந்த சண்டை அப்படியே பெருகும். அதனால இதற்கு முன்னால் நடந்த நிகழ்ச்சிகளை பற்றி சண்டை போட்டுக்கிற டைம்ல சொல்லாதீங்க. சொன்னீங்க இந்த சண்டை பெருசாகும். ஏன் தெரியுமா? இப்போ அந்த நிரந்தர நிகழ்ச்சியை நீங்க சொன்னீங்கன்னா இப்ப நடந்ததற்கான ஒரு எமோஷனல் இம்பாக்ட், ஒரு உணர்ச்சி பூர்ணமான விஷயம் கூட இதுல வந்ததுனால அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா இந்த சண்டையை கொஞ்சம் பெருசாக்கிடுவாங்க. அதனால நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்கன்னா, இப்ப என்ன நடந்ததோ அதற்கான காரணம், இப்ப நடந்த நிகழ்ச்சிகள், இது என்ன நடந்தது அப்படின்னு இதை பத்தி பேசுங்க. உங்க கணவன்கிட்ட சேலை வாங்கிட்டு சொன்னீங்க, வாங்கிட்டு வரல, அப்ப அதை பத்தி பட்டு பேசுங்க. அதை விட்டுட்டு தான் போன மாசமே பண்ணலையோ, தான் என்னைக்கு உன்னை கல்யாணம் பண்ண அன்னைக்குன்ட்டு பழைய கதையை சொல்லாதீர்கள். பழைய கதையை சொன்னீங்கன்னா அவரும் பழைய கதையை சொல்லுவாரு, அப்புறம் நீங்க இறந்த காலத்தில் வாழ்ந்துட்டு இருக்கணும். அதனால பாஸ்டர் பேசாதீங்க சண்டை வர டைம்ல. ஒண்ணு. 2 என்ன கேட்டீங்கன்னா, டிஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க, இவாலுவேட் பண்ணாதீங்க. இங்கிலீஷ்ல சொன்னா, அதாவது ஒரு பிரச்சனை வருகிற போது அதை பத்தி நீங்க அவங்கள்ட்ட சொல்லுங்கள், அதை டிஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க. டிஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணீங்க அப்படிங்கன்னா ஒப்ஜெக்டிவா சொல்றீங்கன்னு அர்த்தம். அதாவது உண்மையை சொல்லுகிறீர்கள். இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் நான் சொல்றேன் பாருங்க. சேலை வாங்கிட்டு சொன்னாங்க மனைவி கணவன்கிட்ட, அவர் மறந்து போயிட்டாரு, வந்துட்டு போயிட்டேன்னு சொல்றாரு. அப்ப இந்த அம்மா, நீங்க நாளைக்கு நான் கல்யாணத்துக்கு போறதுக்கு சேலை வேணும்னு சொன்னேன், நீங்க என்னை கூப்பிட்டு சொல்லியிருக்க, நான் போய் வாங்கியிருப்பேன்ல, ஏன் நீங்க அதை செய்யலை? நான் பாதிக்கப்பட்டு இருக்கிறேன், நான் ஒரு கணவனா இருந்து நீங்க மனைவியா இருந்து இப்படிலாம் செஞ்சா எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு இப்போ அந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை அவங்க சொன்னாங்கன்னா பிரச்சனை இல்லை. அதுக்கு பதில் இவங்க என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க தெரியுமா? நிறைய வீட்டில் நடக்கிறது என்னன்னா, உனக்கு அன்பே இல்லடோ, நீ என்னைக்கு உங்களை நான் கல்யாணம் பண்ணணும்னா அன்னையிலிருந்தே இப்படித்தான் நான் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன் அப்படின்ட்டு அந்த ஆள் அன்பில்லாதவன், அந்த ஆள் மனித நேயம் இல்லாதவன் அப்படி இப்படிலாம் சொல்லி அந்த ஆளை பத்தி நீங்க இவாலுவேட் பண்ணுவீங்க. நீங்கள் அந்த ஆளை மதிப்பீடு செய்ய தொடங்குகிறீர்கள். அப்ப பிரச்சனை வந்துடும். ஏன்னா அது சப்ஜெக்டிவானது, அது உங்களின் அபிப்பிராயம். உண்மையில் அவர் மறந்திருக்கலாம், அந்த மறந்தது அன்பு இல்லாதது அப்படின்னு அவரை பத்தி பேசாதீங்கோ, அந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை சொல்லுங்கள். அப்போ அந்த பிரச்சனை பெரிதாகாமல் இருக்கும். 2 விஷயத்தை செய்யுங்கன்னு சொன்னேன். 1, இறந்த காலத்தை பத்தி பேசாதீங்க, இப்ப என்ன நடந்தோ அதை பத்தி பேசுங்க. 2, நடந்த நிகழ்ச்சிகளை டிஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள். அதை டிஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க, உங்களுடைய அபிப்பிராயம் வச்சுக்கிட்டு அதை இவாலுவேட் பண்ணாதீங்க. அன்பில்லாதவர்கள் சுட்டி பையன் பண்ணான்னா அவன் செய்த செயலை தவறென்று சொல்லுங்கள். செயலை விட்டுட்டு நீ ரொம்ப கெட்ட வேண்டாம், நீ உருப்பிட மாட்டான் அப்படின்னு அவனை பத்தி சொல்லாதீங்க. அப்போ பிரச்சனைகள். குழந்தைங்கள்ட்ட உருப்பிடாதவன், நீ செய்ய மாட்டேன் நீ நல்லா ஆக மாட்டேன்னு சொல்றது தான் அவனுக்கு கடுப்பு வருது. கொஞ்சம் பெருசானப்போ அவங்களை எதிர்க்க தொடங்கிடுறான். ஸோ கருத்து வேற்றுமை வரலாம், சண்டை வரலாம், அதெல்லாம் தப்பு இல்லை. அந்த சண்டையை எப்படி நீங்கள் தீர்த்துக் கொள்வது என்பது மிக முக்கியமானது. அப்படி தீர்த்து கொண்டு சந்தோஷமாக நலமாக உறவாக வாழுவதற்குத்தான் நாம் இந்த உலகத்தில் பிறந்தோம் அப்படிங்கிறத நினைச்சுக்கோங்க. இந்த வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்தா இதை பார்த்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் யாருக்காவது.
So he's very briefly explained about the conflicts between wife and husband. So generally in families it will be happen Sometime what will happen, the kids also will be enjoying the way of how they are fought together. But there is a limit. If it is crossing that, which is going to be like a bigger problem. But whenever the conflict comes, so he said about in the point of the families. Now we'll take it to the in the point of the organization. When there is a problem or misunderstanding between the employees at the organization, please talk about the present scenario only. Don't talk or don't think about by the earlier things. If you're bringing earlier what it was happened, then ultimately what will happen? Present will be disturbed. In the present also, you need to be describe about exactly what is the problem and what we need to give correct solution for that. If you are now unable to give the correct solution for those problems, then which is going to be like a bigger issues for them. Then next one, functional versus dysfunctional conflict. Now I hope by seeing this picture you would have understand functional means positive conflict. Dysfunctional means negative conflict. So positive conflict means definitely you would have seen it is like the competition between employees and the organization. The boss will call all the employees and the staff members. He will give you a task and with the time duration and the terms and conditions. If you are okay with that, you will be actively participating in the team. So once you are participated in the team, once you completed by the particular task, but even though for the sake of task, you don't want to talk to the other employees, but because of the team spirit, because of the your team has to win the competition. So there is a chance of you are going to talk with the other people also. Because here the important thing is goal, target. But this goal and target will minimize, will be reduce your conflicts at the organization. First 10 days, 15 days, you won't talk together. So next day you will start. Give me stapler. Take this paper, this came for you only. So slowly what will happen? They will have a habit of to talk together and the next day will start smile together. So then ultimately, because of the functional, because of task, they have forgotten by the past issues. And the task or the group has given that positiveness. It is like a positive competition. There is a chance of minimizing your misunderstandings or by the conflicts. The next one is a dysfunctional conflict. So dysfunctional conflict is because of the task, people they may be negative. Whoever is losers. Because of you only it was happened. This is happened because of you only. So you are the responsible. You need to take by the full and full credit. So ultimately what will happen? They will be in a adverse mode. They will be feel very bad. How come I'm alone done this was wrong? What I have did it. So they will be thinking about by the why it was happened. So positive relation also will become a negative. So this is positive and negative relation will have everywhere at the organization. Now we are talking about types of conflict. First one, task conflict. So task conflict means the conflict was arised when you are trying to attain your goal or by the task. Your senior officer has given the task. You are also hurry burry how to complete by the task. So when you are focusing about the task, sometimes what will happen? You are not in a position to focusing about by other employees how they are doing. So because of your busyness, sometimes knowingly, unknowingly, you are hurting the people, you are forcing the people. So that is also a kind of conflict which is going to be comes under task. Next one, relationship conflict. So in the relationship conflict, which is completely based on interpersonal relationship, how you are behaving with the other employees at the workstation or by the workplace. As you are having n number of friends, even though you will say like he is my best friend or she is my bestie, whereas when you are working, you will be saying like he is my best working colleague. Whenever I have doubt, I'm going to contact with him. Or whenever I have pressure, I'm not in a position to think. I will take or I will get idea from him only. So this kind of intrapersonal relationships also will be good at the organization. But sometimes you may have a conflict between them also. So those kind of conflicts will be called as a relationship conflict. It is just like the conflict between wife and husband or children versus parents. This will be happen everywhere. Next, last one, process conflict. So process conflict means once you have completed by the particular task or particular activity which was assigned to you, have completed by successfully. But even though what it was happened is they were understand the process was not functioning properly. Because of the process was not functioning properly, they were blaming together. So I have done my part perfectly and you have not done perfectly. So that only the activity or the task was not completed. So this is not my problem. This is yours only. So like that, they will keep on trying to pass that. This is not my work. You need to take the initiative. So like that also, people will pass on the issues. By the time, definitely other members will be getting the angry. And the next important one that is on conflict process. So, what is conflict process and how this conflict process, which is going to be so important for us to know? As from the beginning of the class, I'm telling you the conflict process or the conflicts are arriving because of the misunderstanding between the people. Now, I'm going to share Now I'm going to share with you a video which is same PPT, the same PPT which was explained by another resource person. Now we'll see in his point of view how he's going to be explaining about the stages of conflict process.
We are getting to the conflict process. And now we are getting to the conflict process. And as you see, there is a nice model describing the conflict process, and it's consisting from 5 stages. So first stage, second, third, fourth, and fifth one. So in this video, we are going to talk about the first 2 stages. So the stage 1 is the potential opposition or incompatibility, and second one is cognition and personalization. So let's get to it. Stage 1, potential opposition or incompatibility. So the thing is that the conflict always arises of something, and there are three possible sources of the conflict where it can occur. It is communication, structure, and personal variables. So that the communication says there can be some semantic difficulties between 2 parties engaged. So with a semantic, we mean the truthful meaning, so that the parties do not really understand what the other person means, and so this can lead to the conflict. And of course, there are some misunderstandings and noise. So be careful when you are communicating so that the other party really understands what you have meant so that you avoid the conflict. Secondly, we have a structure. The larger the group, more specialized, the larger is the potential for conflict to occur. Well, why is it so? When the groups are larger and when they are more specialized, what is the difference between people? Well, goals. Goals. The more people there are, the more diverse the goals are going to be. And the more specialized people are, well, the more diverse the goals are going to be again. So in larger and specialized groups, the conflicts occur more often. Finally, we have a personal variables. And we know this very well. Some people just tend to get into conflict a lot. Why is it so? Because of 3 points: personality, emotions, and values. If we are communicating with someone and we have a very different values, it is something similar as goals are. We simply tend to get to the conflict because of these values. Emotions are some short-term and fast reactions to some events, and if we are in a bad mood, the conflict can simply occur because of the emotions. And of course, if the other party's personality does not fit us very well, again we can get to the conflict. So you can see that every conflict begins with something, and it is stemmed in one of these 3 points when it comes to the organizational behavior: the communication, structure, or personal variables. Now, when stage 1, if conditions from stage 1 negatively affect something that one party cares about, second stage arises. So let's highlight it. So if it negatively affects something that one party cares about, the second stage arises. And the second stage is called cognition and personalization. So the question is, if we are going to take it personally, so we can go either one of the 2 ways. We can either take it personally, or we can go through something that we call the perceived conflict. And perceived conflict is, even when 2 parties are in disagreement, neither of the party takes it personally. And that's nice, isn't it? So that you should keep in mind that it's just one conflict, and so that you can resolve it, and you should bring no emotions. So in this case, there are really no emotions. Or the worst scenario is when it is a felt conflict, when individuals become emotionally involved. So those were the first 2 stages in the conflict process. It is always stemmed in one of the 3 sources that we have discussed, and then it goes through one of these 2 ways. It is either a perceived conflict, even when the 2 parties are in disagreement, neither takes it personally, or in a worse scenario, it is a felt conflict when they become emotionally involved.
So in this video, we have seen that how the conflict was arise, reason for that, and how many stages we have. So totally we have 5 stages, but anyway, in this video, he has explained about only the first 2 stages. Okay guys, anyway, we are in 3rd chapter, so no issue.